Hi, Walkabouters, Kayaditi here, and we are in Tokyo. Oh my god, this course is so good. So on hole one, you've got a first and second option there that's not going to get you on the level with the hole, of course. So that third one is where we're headed, just right of that big dot on the floor for those who love a dot. So it doesn't automatically go in the hole. It absolutely can miss, maybe about half the time. But love when it does go in the hole, gets a good ace in game. So just to do something a little unusual, that happened kind of quick. I was surprised. I love it. Not trying it in game. Two was the hardest one in easy. Still, I mean, it's a par four, so you know, eagles, birdie if it doesn't go in the hole. These are kind of ideas for how to do that, how to get the ball placed where you'll be able to get it as a birdie or an eagle. Those tilted ramps definitely make it tricky. Yeah, I have to go gentle with them because it likes to roll right over the hole. So trying to get the ace, having to just get it to fly out and come back in somehow. So got close many times. Getting it to kind of where it came behind me to bounce back into play. But what paid off was bouncing off that poor person's store across the way and getting it to come back and finally go in the hole. If you get stuck right in here because it's easy to putt to this spot, there you go. It will get around and near the hole. Three also can miss, not as often as one in my experience, but it definitely can happen. You're just aiming for that opening in the little cat tower. I miss my kitty so much, so I love the little cat shrine. I just want to stick my cat's picture on it. Miss you, Cleo. There's my cat ball. I do love cats. All right, four. So this one's got to get up the hill and then back down the little hill. So there's a big dot on the ground there, and if I just kind of aim to the right of that, just as a marker in my head, that gives it a real nice angle to roll back down towards the hole. So at least the birdie is pretty easy to get. Decided to do a crazier one, kind of popping it over the top. All right, five aced quite a number of times. It's got a fairly obvious, path to take to get it around there, and luckily it does like to go in. Taking it off to the left so that it just follows the path of the course, and then it has that nice little bank back at the end. So second time I played this, I was like, my gosh, I've got three aces already, and it's only the second time. So I'm gonna kind of keep sharing this game in here because I think I've peaked. I may never do this good ever again. So this is the tap back ace, just for fun. I'm not doing that in game. It's just fun. So right around there, kind of that third stripe up or so, and that's a couple of different spots. It'll go in. That's what banks it really nicely. So on six, just a good mark on the wall, that beam that's on the wall. Tap against that, and then it just banks right back to the hole. Seven also can miss, though not as often as one, thank goodness. But I mean, it's an eagle, so for game aces, hopefully it's gonna roll in there for you when it counts. So again, this was that second game I played, and it aced, so now it was at 4 aces. I'm like, oh my god. So as far as aiming it, aim towards the far side of that tilted piece or aim closer, but don't aim in the middle. You want it to come up in a way that's angling out and coming back towards the hole where the air's blowing it. And if you go in the middle, it just tends to go in the first section. In 8, you can take it off that rock in front of you. It's nice and tilted. You can also go straight towards the opening they give you. It's forgiving. It's got a nice little slant to it that will bring it up and around. And honestly, because it hit that rock that way is probably why it went in the hole, because if I putt straight at it, it tends to angle behind the hole. Tapping it back to get a straighter line through there. And also, if one feels like it, go for the tip of the corner up there. Nine. You can thread the needle. It will go through there. But man, that's a tough one to do for me. So for the ace, I like to go right before the stand the capybara is sitting on. And just get that, because that puts me next to the hole with great frequency. There's another one just right there before that area that the capybara is on. Now, for those who love a dot, there's a big one on the floor. And go right over that with the right pacing. We'll also put it in the hole. Tapping it back because, you know, curiosity. Gives you another line. Lots of ways to go at several of the holes in here. It's just fun to experiment, and time will tell which one works best for me. 10. It rolls over that pretty easy and into the back section. So again, got this one in that second game. Lots of new hole records. I'm like, oh my god, 5 of them, and all but one is a new hole record. So if you get it, see how the groove in the tongue there, if you get it to just barely go over that with your speed, it often will line it up for the hole nicer than just kind of randomly throwing it back. Also, there's a dot for those who love a dot. All right, to get that automatic hole-in-one, and this one so far is totally reliable. Just got to get it to land in that V up there. So here we are again. 6 aces, holy schmoly. All right, ace it anyway. Just miss it and still get lucky. Yep, it can totally happen. Done it twice already. Just missed it entirely and still angled to the hole. Haha, love it. You just go off-road. Yeah, just kidding. I'm never trying that in game. But too fun not to try, just to see how long it would take. Not very long. 12. For an easy layup for a birdie, this is probably the safer approach. The ace, I had to slice it real close to the edge there to get that one. It was the first ace that I got, but I've got several since then. And I do like this. See how it's kind of forgiving? Like it gets in the mouth and then it will roll down. It doesn't look like a hill, but it seems to be shaped to get the ball to roll back. Tapping it to the left also got me an ace. There's a little more predictable for that, which also can be a decent layup. See that little shadow there? So when I hit against that and it goes up, it just came right through and then back to the, and look at it. See, almost like it stopped and then it rolled into the hole. So right now, this is my favorite approach. That one, I went almost to the ceiling, let it come back down, and that gave it a little more oomph to make sure it didn't fall short. All right, don't do like me and completely miss the donut the first time you go in there. I'm like, oh hey, there's a big arrow on the wall. So second time was a charm. I love it when the ball goes giant size. So a mark on it, if you like a good mark, right there. Going over that, I was like, and I putted it and it just goes in several times in a row. But for those who want to go full gluten-free and avoid all the snacks, I mean, it can be done. I don't recommend it in game. It likes to go out, but definitely can be done. 14. Oh, this is a soft touch. Putt straight at the hole, otherwise, you know, it can go in and roll out the other side. If you go that soft touch right at the hole, then hopefully it drops in. There's the 7th ace in that game. So this one I did a little tap off the side. I'm like, okay, you know, it depends on your pacing. That might absorb something for you if that helps. There and back, go all the way to the back and come back. Whatever pacing works best for you. So these, I'm just giving it some oomph so it doesn't come down the ramp. Go ahead and get it straight all the way across, or use the side to give you a bit of an angle and hope it goes in. I did get 15 and 17 in game, but not in the epic game that got me the 19 under on my second try. All right, zigzag aces on 16. You've got two obvious ways to approach this. So that one I kind of, I think, went over the light beam at the top. Yeah, right there. You can see that. Took it across that. I've gone back in and done that. Pacing really changes that. So there, where that's pointing, right across from that, also, with some consistency, gets it around. Those who love a dot, love you, Robin. There's a dot. So going right over that kind of takes you to that same spot. So one can try that. Now the scenic route. So yes, get it to fly all the way around. So here's just showing you where I'm aiming. That by far seemed to get it to, you know, angle back into the area of the hole rather than simply just coming back and leaving. And you're like, well, great. So just showing here, like there is some kind of big dots on the ground there, but you're aiming to be like this panel that's on the left wall. So right where it's banking kind of across that panel. When that gets around, then often it will tilt the ball into the area you're looking for. 17, putting toward that beam of light on the ground, getting kind of right in front of it. That one got me a game ace. Love it. This one, I putted just barely into the shadow. And this one also got an ace. So there's two ideas for a path to work with. And 18, the last ace of my crazy game that I'll, who knows when I'll be able to beat it. Talk about some beginner's luck. Love the design of hole 18. It's just so cool. All right, drops in. Here it was. Second time I played it, 8 aces with 7 new hole records. I have played it a few times since. I have not got within probably 3 points of that. So full circle ace, go all the way around and then drop into the hole because you know you want to try it. And of course, a little off-road. Be like, here kitty, have a ball. Just love all the cats. You can go look for all the cat balls hiding in the course. Well, not really hiding, but like the cat balls, see? There's a bunch of them. Oh, I'll give that kitty a ball to play with. And the new avatar stuff is so much fun. Only once or twice did it actually land up on the table. Oh, look, it's a fox hunt from Cherry Blossom. I'm sure the person who owns that store is like, knock it off. Well, you rented that booth, dude. That's on you. Of course, it rung other things. And plenty of the baskets and all. I didn't put a ton of that in there. But it's just, yep, of course, that board store, you're going to ring everything in it trying for that ace. One time it did shoot right through the wall of the buildings. Would have been great if that had gone to 18 and actually done something interesting. Quick tip. All right, guys, world view in your camera. It doesn't want to stay all the time, but get where you're going to be and push it away from you with that grip to position. Just keep pushing it back till you get the angle you need, and then it's going to sit there nicely and you can get your footage. All right, guys, I hope you love this course half as much as I do. It's amazing. Thank you so much. Subscribe if you like. Like and comment is always super welcome. And I hope to see you on the course.